Hello, everybody. It is Yami Fujita, and once again, we are back with more Danganronpa and Trigger Happy Havoc. Sorry for not streaming last night, and seeing as though I didn't stream last night, that might cause this entire, that might cause the finale of this to be later than I wanted it to be. But hang on. Hang on, hold on. I'm gonna keep talking, but I gotta hide myself for a second. So, based on the guide video that I have, it does not seem like I am that close to the next class trial. There's still some more to do. There's still a good amount to do before the final class trial actually starts. So, and then the guide video for this person's guide video for, I'm assuming is the last class trial, is over 2 hours long. So just as I had suspected, the last class trial is going to be extremely long. So I am preparing for this to be a very long stream, which is why I started now. And it's a good thing that I waited until today because it's not a work night for me. So it's alright if I'm up a little bit later to potentially finish this game. So when we last left off, I had come back to the garden to continue investigating the dead body, only to find that yet again it is no longer there. So, and now we have to figure out what on earth happened to this body. It seems like at every turn, whoever the killer is doing everything they can to make sure we can't figure this out. We found out during the investigation that the person who died, it has to be Mukuro Ikusaba. We found out that neither the knife in the stomach or the explosion killed her. She was already dead before both of those incidents happened. We found out that what killed her was being whacked over the head with a bundle of titanium arrows. That's a very strange way to use titanium arrows, but I guess there was no crossbow or regular bow available. So there was that. And then also I started watching the show, a version of Danganronpa. And I gotta say, man, I'm only on episode 3, but the 13 episodes is not enough. Like, playing this game, the game is so far superior to the show. Like, they're able to fit so much more material into a game than they are into a show. Apparently, they must not have been given a strong budget for the show. Alright, so there's still just 4 chickens in here. So we have no idea what happened to the 5th one. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Because there were 5 to start, and then one of them disappeared, so if one of them ended up back in there, then we'd be even more confused. Something else that we found out in the last stream, we were able to go into all the areas that were locked. So, that being the biology lab, which we found out is not a biology lab at all. It's more like a morgue. They got a bunch of cadavers and freezers in there. That's all that room is. A bunch of cadavers and freezers. We went into the data center and found out how Monokuma's being controlled. And then we went to the staircase on the first floor that was gated off. That had finally been opened. And we found out that that staircase led to another section of the second floor. And that section was completely obliterated. rubble and broken wall pieces all over the floor. Some blood on the floor. And a private room belonging to the headmaster. And in that private room, a present box full of his bones. So the headmaster is dead. We found out that the headmaster is Kyoko's father. And she was so excited to be able to see him and tell him to his face that she wanted nothing to do with him anymore. Only to find that he's dead. So, just very disappointing for her. Alright, well maybe the body's inside the tool shed. Let's see. I better check just to be sure. Didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But if it's not in here either, then it must be. Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. Our tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? It's from the biolab. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says biolab. Then this originally came from the biolab. Alright, so now it makes all the more sense. Everything that we saw in that biolab a couple days ago, or a few days ago. I gotta drink water often while I'm in here. Alright. Whoa, wait, now it's... Oh, never mind. I keep thinking it's dark. They just don't put the sky down there. Alright, that's all I really needed to check in here. Alright, well, now we gotta go back to the biolab. Because... But now, there's a possibility that the dead body was thrown in here. Which, if it was, I mean, when did they have the time to do that? There's the stacks of tarps. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. We read all this the last time. Okay, yeah, here we go. So, since Mukudo's body disappeared from the garden, could it be in here? I need to check, but I have no idea how to open this thing. Well, yeah, how would you open this thing? There, I gotta find that out. How would you open this thing? Okay, hang on. Okay, well, nothing happened. You looked at the manual already. Instructions making for the fridge. Yeah, like I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't. Like in that video, they got cut off before they can even figure it out. There shouldn't be anything else that I'm missing here. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything that I've missed. Alright, just hang on, guys. I'm sorry. It might take me a minute to figure something out. And the pickaxe is still there. No, I talked to Toko on the last stream. I don't even know where everybody else is at this point. There's nothing to check in here. Now this room was really devastating to look at. Something was supposed to trigger after I went to the biolab. And it's not triggering. Like, where's everybody else at? Oh, that's right, it's locked. Yeah, I've already looked at everything in here that I needed to look at. Yes, something was supposed to trigger after I left the biolab. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not triggering. We can't go back in there anymore. It's already off. It's already been locked back. Icicles hanging from the monitor. Because I know I didn't look at those before, but that shouldn't matter. No, the music completely changes when you get down here. We still can't talk to her. No, I'm not sure why that it's not triggering. Something was supposed to trigger. Look, I've looked at everything that I needed to look at. I think this was the locker rooms. Oh, okay. Well, now this is different. I grabbed an emergency. I had an e-handbook. We just used it, and now we're able to open this locker up. Now let's see what we got inside. Like, I just needed to keep going back and seeing what parts I missed in the last stream. Because something is supposed to be triggering. After I go to the biology lab, something was supposed to trigger, but it didn't, which means I had to have skipped something, and I finally found what I skipped. Alright, I don't see anything that might be a clue. Well, can we open any other ones? Looks like this locker, let's see what we got inside here. Practically empty. Well, there's still something in here. One thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. They could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. The words I heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster and my father. And my father? He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. And that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. My goodness, man. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happened to be the headmaster and my father. Now, what does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. Now I'm glad that I came here last. I didn't, but I'm glad that I missed all this before. After that entire sentimental moment with Kyoko, now this? When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us. Now what is this? Now what does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Alright, well now this one's open. Don't see anything that might be a clue in here. My goodness, whoever was in this locker. Totally disorganized, but a lot of stuff in here. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. It's not that disorganized. There's just a whole bunch of stuff in here. This is a crystal ball. A crystal ball? No. It can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. I'm probably talking about Yasuhiro. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. And his name's right there. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hakakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean he attended classes here. That can't be possible. And Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us, right? We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? I know one thing. Our truth bullets thing is stuffed. The more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers... they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? Notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro? A pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko? There has to be some kind of explanation. Now I'm remembering back before the third class trial when Kyoko wrote a note to Hiro to go to the, I think it was to go to the dining hall. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Alright, well... that's the same one we looked at. Now I think we've seen everything. There we go. Yeah, this was supposed to trigger, but I had missed a bunch of stuff.
校内放送です。お前ら頑張ってる？捜査は順調に進んでるかな？
I'm not gonna say nicely, but we're learning a lot.
あのね、頑張るお前らに優しい僕からヒントがあるんだよ。うぷぷ。ヒントが欲しい人は急いで体育館まで来てください。
ASAP possible. What? Now he wants us... now he wants to give us a hint? He's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that... he said to go to the gym, right? Oh, Hiro's here. Oh, hey, Hiro. Makoto? Why do you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokoma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. He always sounds so suspicious when he's... when we're talking to him... directly. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? It's like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in a locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? No, here we go. I'm the only one here. Hello, welcome, hello. You ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This must be the envelope. Oh, and just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. Oh boy. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph of every single student. Almost. Dead and alive. That was a part of this. A part of this whole thing. Featured a bunch of faces I recognize extremely well. Why is Celeste the only one not... Well, no, she's not. There's like her, Sakura, and Yasuhiro are not wearing the same outfits as everybody else. Junko either. Although that's pretty close. It was everyone who come to Host Peak at the same time as me. But you notice that Mukuro is also in that photo. Wait, but... there's someone behind Sakura. Or Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. No, you recognize her. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right. When Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, and we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikisaba. Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? He said he's not answering questions. And even more than that, just having everyone here post like this is weird enough by itself. And it's already been 40 minutes. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. Because I'm missing. No, I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. Yeah, there's 15 people in this picture. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural... Hang on. Is that everyone else is in the picture. And why is Sakura just holding Hifumi's head? I thought everyone was like me, and didn't know each other till they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean... Could it be... everyone else just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet? You're kinda getting in the way standing there, you know. So, I mean, get out. But, I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. And so in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, and all the photos we've seen did. So full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No. I have to clear all this up. Just want to see how many truth bullet things we got in here right now. Oh, 14. Okay, we still don't have as much as other trials yet. This is all we got. Oh, well, I mean, actually, you know what? Because we just had a class trial, so all the stuff prior to this does not move over to here now. It's for the same case, but we're finding new pieces of evidence, so... Well, where is everyone else? Dining hall? I didn't see anybody on the map. Oh, well, Hina's here. Well, it's not telling me who's where anymore. Oh, Byakuya's in the archive room now? Nobody's on the 3rd floor. Or the 4th. He's in the garden now, and she's in the bio lab. Okay, so we got some places to go to now. And Hina is right here in the dining hall. And then we gotta go talk to Byakuya on the 2nd floor library. And then both Hito and Toko are on the 5th floor. We still can't talk to Kyoko yet. We'll see if we can after all this. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, gotta go. Oh, Jesus, is everybody gonna do this now? What? She ran off so fast that I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Mahina! No, why? Why won't you talk to me? It's just gonna be like this for everybody, isn't it? Now, if you ran away from me, I would really be shocked. No, Byakuya, listen, do you think we can talk? Byakuya, I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! Of course he didn't, he just walked away. What the? Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. This is what everybody's gonna be doing. Now, I already tried to talk to you. Hey, Hiro. Makoto. No, what's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that.
What?
No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. No, once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hiro, what is going on? No, what is wrong? Still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook I'd found. It's like he was avoiding me. Like he was afraid of me. No, why? And I decided to visit the bio lab one more time. Oh boy. And the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Toko! Toko, are you okay? No. She's not dead, is she? Of course not. It's cold. Super cold. It's so cold I think I might catch cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will. What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you're standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered, straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was me waking up just now. What do you do, Miss Morose? Oh, that's right, your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo Bazinga! Bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. So don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. No, it's more like half. All I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know, I'm sure Byakuya's around somewhere doing his own investigating. By himself? I assume so. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, we should be good. Just making sure the stream wasn't dying. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Genocide Jack shot off her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. But why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. Because she saw that there was... Now, how did I not see this when I came in here? But she saw this. That's why she fainted. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be why she passed out. she faints so easily? Kyoko, you just pop up wherever you want. Like, Kyoko,
苗木君
it's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
え
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
ね
But listen, about this room. Yeah,
どうやら
it's a morgue. Yeah,
やっぱり
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge, seen what was in there. And well, there you have it. But how did she open the fridge? Makoto had no idea how to open the fridge. How did she know? You knew she'd fainted?
え
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
どうやら
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. What's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
とにかく
Anyway, we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
苗木君
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched. Speaking of Kyoko, she has kind of a different appearance in the show. Like the hair and head area looks a little bit stronger in the show. I'm not sure why they made her look like more menacing in the show. Everybody else looked the same. It's just her that looks different, a little bit different. But yeah, like I said, this game, they put a lot more material into this game than they put in the show. Okay, oh wait, hang on. Okay. But suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
ね
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Mukudo's body is in here. Mukudo's corpse? Mukudo's body is inside the fridge. How does she know that? No, we kind of assumed that since it disappeared. Which, how did it even disappear?
なるほどね
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed you wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess?
それが
You may be right. Either way, now I can finally get a good look at the body. Who is the mastermind, man? I swear. It kind of rules out my possibility of Chihiro betraying us and actually being the mastermind, but... And yeah. That's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
苗木君
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. But watch it not be her body. I'm gonna find a clue this time. And I'm gonna grab the mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
じゃあ
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it? I should ask Kyoko about that group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. Alright, my stream keeps on disconnecting and reconnecting. What is it? You know, at this point, this is exactly why I upload the VODs to my YouTube channel. For this exact reason. It's another reason why I started streaming on Twitch. If streams disconnecting, reconnecting, and everything like that, you'll still have the VOD. It's just you'll have to wait a week for it. It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. But why not?
だって
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. It's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? It's gotta be it, there's no other explanation. Okay, no, we already did this. Well, I can't leave yet. A bunch of blue lights are on.
どうやら
It would seem the blue light comes on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights that are on, including Mukudo's, there's 9 in all. 9? 9 lights? There's 6 of us remaining, correct? Me, Kyoko, Hiro, Hina, Toko, Byakuya. Yeah, there's 6 of us remaining. Just make sure I didn't skip anybody. Me, Kyoko, Hiro, Hina, Byakuya, Toko, yes. And there's 6 of us remaining, so that's... If there were 16 of us total, and there's 6 of us now, you're missing a person. If there's 16 of us... If there were 16 of us, and only 6 remaining, how are there only 9 occupied refrigerators? He said it was 9 including Mukudo's. Yeah, this is the 9th one. There should be 10 of these. So that means another theory that I brought up earlier might be true. Now, there was somebody who was presumed dead but isn't dead. There is somebody that we believe to be dead but they aren't dead. There's supposed to be 10 of these occupied, not 9. There were 16 of us total, including Mukudo. There's 6 of us remaining. Oh my gosh, stop bringing this up.
だ
「
tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder in the garden. At some point, someone got in from the biolab and took it over there. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Yeah, at some point, somebody was able to somehow get into this lab, because again, this was locked. Only Kyoko had a key that allowed her to get into any room. But I'm not gonna keep suspecting her. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Hey.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. You find anything?
Yeah.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood, and it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Yeah, we arrived at that conclusion. Oh, wait, no we didn't. The stomach wound, yes. The blow to the head, no. Oh, we said the blow to the head was what killed her. Oh, really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds. But the file said they were old.
そうかしら。
But where does it say they're old? Huh?
だって
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
違うわ。
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
ね
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old,
え。だけど
but that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed. So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
じゃあ
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days?
少
What?
なくとも
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
そう
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning.
つまり
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. The stream quality is saying it's unstable right now, so... Again, if anything cuts out, again, you'll at least have the VOD. A week from now. Then as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future.
Ne.
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. And come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Mukuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
それは
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? So you've already seen the file. You remember all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
ええ
don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. That's absolutely no mistake.
そうよ
Our victim in this case is without a doubt Mukuro Ikusaba.
それで
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
じゃあ
And it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Wait, are we not gonna put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
なぜ
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
ね
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? And no, he has the right mindset. But she did try to attack me, and she did try to attack Makoto in his room. Doesn't justify her being killed, but if he would have killed her out of self-defense, then it would have been her own fault. It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
じゃあ
I think we're all done. I think we've done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. Still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Hey, Kyoko. I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
何
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here? Before she answers that question, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Alright. I'm asking the big questions. Have you really not seen your dad even once since you got here?
Eh?
What?
それは
No, what do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
ええ
I do, yes. But to get into any of the lockers, you need the handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. And actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
なるほどね
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
それで
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be yours.
なんで
What makes you say that?
だって
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense. But there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
もしかして
Could that mean that video is real too? Video?
苗木くん
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. But what are you talking about?
私は
I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. Well, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
それは
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker.
苗木くん
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD? It says Class 78 Urgent Interviews?
それは
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
とにかく
I don't have time to explain exactly what I think it means, so just watch it, see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us had ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now. But I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
苗木くん
Oh. And now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
つ
Ramble?
まり
So, as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything. Even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask. For the rest of my life. And all because of the mastermind.
だけど
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness.
私は
I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
なぜ
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it. But her smile was filled with sorrow. So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
ね
But keep this in mind. There is only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
苗木君
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry, that was strange.
じゃあ
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Man, I really need next week to move quickly. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. There's something I wanted to do next weekend. But I gotta go through a whole nother week of work. I better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. And save here. I can't afford to lose. Alright, back to the first floor now. Alright. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds. But to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Alright, this doesn't prove anything yet. But are you kidding me right now? Sayaka! It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. And there she was. Is she talking to the headmaster? The voice I heard was of the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man. Oh boy.
この面談の様子は録画させてもらうよ。私は不器用なんでね。喋りながら面談の内容を書き留めるなんて器用なことができないんだよ。
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
この映像はある意味契約書代わりだが、君らを信用してないわけじゃない。ただの保険だ。だから気にしないでくれ。では早速本題に入らせてもらうよ。君はこれからの一生をこの学園の中だけで過ごすことになるかもしれない。それを了承してくれるか。
了承すれも何も。
Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of their life in this school?
わかりました。
Well, her apparently. What?
そうか。すまんな。それなら私も全力で君を保護することを約束しよう。希望が峰学園学園長の名にかけてだ。
As if on cue. That's where the video cut out. The entire time. Like, I said it. Like, I just said it a moment ago. Now, there were 16 of us total. It was revealed to us that there was 16 of us total, and not 15. Hang on. But that morgue only had 9 occupied fridges. There's 6 of us left. That means that there should have been 10 fridges being occupied, and not 9. Somebody that we had presumed to be dead is not dead. And so far, it's looking like that person is the very, 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 very first person that we presume to be dead. If this means if Sayaka is actually the mastermind the entire time, that is seriously an epic plot twist. I said that it may have been Chihiro the whole time, but it wasn't him, but it was another student that was playing this game with us. There was a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light on the monitor. The video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. No boy. No, somebody's making stuff up now. Now, what is Makoto doing on the screen now? In front of the headmaster? When did we ever have a conversation? What I saw was me. And possibly, undeniably me.
凪君、面談を始める前に言っておくが、この面談の様子は録画させてもらうよ。はい。
Then me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
では、早速本題に入ろうか。
Now this is probably why everybody was running away from me. They've seen this video.
凪君、君はこれからの一生をこの学園内だけで過ごすことになるかもしれない。
And he probably had this exact same conversation with all the students.
それを了承してくれるか。
Everybody's saying the same thing. This can't be real. I said yes.
すまんな、こんな思いをさせて。
だって仕方ないですから。
だが、君がこの学園にいる限りは、私が全力で守ってみせる。
He's saying the same exact lies to everybody. Now, how did he end up dead?
希望が峰学園の学園長として、それだけは約束しよう。
No, once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Exactly. I already knew it was coming. Byakuya, Mitoko, and Hina, everyone, they all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then Kyoko, her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Now somebody is screwing with me. Without a doubt, she had met him. And somebody's screwing with her too, because she already watched this video, and then what I told her had made her like angry and made her sprint to the second floor dorms. When he asked her this question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. And just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just a monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? Of course. Oopsie. Looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now? Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask them the questions, and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
So yo.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
どうやら
Thinking back on it now, at that point, my memory was gone. This is when we were in the trash chute, that's right. At that point, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. Yeah, all of us were clearly mind-wiped. Manipulated into having that interview, and manipulated into agreeing to a life in the school. And so, forget what I just said about Sayaka potentially being the mastermind. But it is still true that there were 16 of us, and 10 of us died. And yet there were only 9 occupied morgue refrigerators. Anyway. But what would make you forget all that?
ね
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or it's time.
物事には始まりがあれば必ず終わりがあるのです。
But unfortunately, there's no way we're doing the full class trial in this stream. That would be way too late. I know I said that I would stream, that this will be a long stream, but it actually might end up being a short one, because I wanted the last class trial to be the finale stream. So, I'm not doing the whole class trial right now because we're already over an hour and a half in.
そして終わりがあれば新しい始まりもあるのです。明けない夜はないよ。真っ暗な朝だけどね。止まない雨はないよ。干ばつ状態になるけどね。そう、終わりがあるから新しい始まりもあるのです。だからまた会えるよね。だって終わりこそが始まりだから。
Greetings and salutations. Coincidentally coming from somebody who's supposed to be dead. So are you the missing person? Don't spoil it. I just gotten finished saying that there's supposed to be 10 bodies hidden in that bio lab. There's only 9. Somebody's missing. Looks like you were the one missing. No, anyway.
じゃあ始めましょうか。終わりの学級裁判の始まりだよ。いつもの場所でまた会いましょう。
Yeah, this is the last class trial I'm about to be on right now. It's about to begin again. The class trial is gonna start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. Yes, thank you. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end. Let's head on in. I guess I'm the first one this time.
苗木くん
You're early, Makoto.
ね
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
でも
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said, Byakuya. Byakuya? They arrived one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? And Hiro. Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial.
呼ばれて飛び出てジェノサイ
Well, not her.
ド燃える
No, strong silent master is so wonderful, so cool, so hot. My loins are ablaze. Oh my gosh, now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. Leave it to you?
私の前を
Without my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and with my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shave the master of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what master wants, it can be a boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it, anything in between. Nope, back to Toko. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy gust faces, I see. Okay, well then, let's begin. The final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Climaximum sorrow.
いいわ
You're right. This is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair. What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know. If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
今日は白い
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
黙れ。
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already.
うぷっぷ
Sure, sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
お前ら
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
戸上の何か
This will be over in no time. No, it won't. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Nobody made eye contact, nobody said a word, they just disappeared into the elevator.
ね
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other. But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
でも
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
それは
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoka was aboard the elevator. No, hang on. I started making my way towards the opening, step after step towards that gaping maw. I had resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, and no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. I closed my eyes, and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Oh jeez, what? This looks depressing. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle.
うぷっぷ
And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
ワクワク
Now then,
ドキドキ
let's begin! Okay, we're saving again. Okay, I don't know if I learned any other skills here. So... I didn't learn any other skills. I only got 14 out of 17 skills unlocked. But let's review all the truth bullets. There are 17. That's not too bad. It's one more than the fourth trial, which had, I think that had the most of it in there. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so again, due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. We looked at that. We don't have to look at that again. Control room. Open to reveal a small room used to command Monokuma. This is where the mastermind had been issuing commands to the Ursine robot. The tarp found in the garden had played a part in Mukudo's murder. Biolab had been stamped onto one corner of the tarp. The same kind of tarp was found in the biolab, so there's no doubt the tarp came from there. Mukudo's profile, according to the headmaster's report, Mukudo did not have a single scar or wound where she came to Hope's Peak Academy. In addition, her physical features were as follows: 5'7", 97 pounds. Kyoko has confirmed that the corpse matches these characteristics. I cannot get over the 5'7", 97 pounds thing. Again, I know they're supposed to be high school kids. And I know that well, no, at their age, I was definitely over 100 pounds. I was extremely light, but I was over 100 pounds. Alright, the ultimate despair doesn't refer to a single individual, but a like-minded group of people. 1 year ago, that group brought about the single worst event in human history. They are motivated only by despair, making them some of the most despicable people to ever live. Hidden room present. There was a brightly colored box sitting in the headmaster's hidden room. Inside the box were human bones, the last remains of the headmaster. Kyoko and the headmaster. In this hidden room, the headmaster kept a photo of him and a young Kyoko together. In the photo, they are both smiling. Again, please, proofread your stuff. Headmaster's e-handbook. An emergency handbook was found in the headmaster's hidden room. This handbook apparently has no restrictions and was given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. The locker notebook was found in a locker on the second floor of the dorms. Yasuhiro's name was written on the inside, and it has notes for a number of different classes. The pocketbook was found in a locker on the second floor of the dorms, and based on what was written inside, it's believed to be Kyoko's. There's some kind of message scrawled on the last page of the pocketbook. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Biolab secret seems to have been repurposed as a morgue. A corpse fridge has been installed in the biolab. It seems that a blue light comes on to indicate a slot is occupied. The number of blue lights counting the slot with Mukudo's body inside comes to a total of 9. That is 1 short of the total amount of people who are dead from our group. And there are 10 people who are dead, not 9. I can go through all the names again to make sure all of it is right. Saika is dead, Leon is dead, and Chihiro is dead, Mondo is dead, Hifumi is dead, Taka is dead, Celeste is dead, Sakura is dead, and Junko is dead, and Mukudo is dead. Almost forgot about Junko. There are 10 people who are dead. So, the fact that there are 9 of these occupied means that there's a body missing. Either they're alive, or they were put somewhere else. The group photo. The photo depicts all the Hope's Peak students wearing matching uniforms. Worth noting is that Mukudo is pictured while Makoto is not. Could that mean all the others are working together somehow? Oh, why would they all be working together? Genocide Jack's memory. It would seem that while Toko and Genocide Jack share certain fundamental knowledge, their individual memories are separate. Now, does she just not know? Like, are they trying to say that she just does not know? that she could have potentially done something because she wasn't in her current state of Toko. Like, that's probably what they're trying to get at with this truth bullet, but I don't know if that's going to be an important one. Kyoko's account attests that both the stab wound and the blow to the head were inflicted after the death. She believes that the wounds on her body were the cause of death. The interview DVD, the DVD Kyoko found contained interviews between the headmaster and all of the Hope's Peak students. And Makoto, however, had no memory of such an interview. And thanks to Monokuma's interference, Makoto wasn't able to watch the DVD all the way through. And that's the last one. Alright, well, I know I said that this was going to be a long stream, but like I said, it's actually going to end up being a short one because I want the finale. I'm going to have to change the name of the stream. I want the finale to be this last class trial. Like, I want the next stream of this to be the last class trial. Like, the guide video for this is 2 hours long. Over 2 hours long. So that means it will take me like 3 hours to complete that one alone. So, right now I'm just not, even though I'm not working tomorrow, right now I do not want to be up that late streaming still. So, I really do want to at least see what happens at the start of this.
今回は最後の学級裁判ということで特別ルールが適用されます。
Yeah, I really do want to at least know what happens at the start of this. Alright, so special rule. Like, I'll wait until the stream has reached the 2-hour mark.
まずはそのルールを明確にしておきましょうか。戦場ムクロを殺した犯人を指摘し、なおかつこの学園の謎を解き明かした場合はお前らの勝ち。だけどそれができなかった場合は僕の勝ち。もちろん敗者に待ち受けるのはワクワクでドキドキのお仕置きですよ。
あなたが敗者になった場合はあなた自身が処刑されるってこと？
Oh, good question there.
うん、そうなるね。
No, he agrees to that?
その発言に訂正はないもの。
もちろんだよ。熊に二言はないからね。
そんなことより俺から聞きたいことがある。
おや、珍しくシリアス症だね。お腹でも痛いの？
黒幕って一人なんか？
Okay, that's actually a very good question. He's not gonna give you that answer right now. But is the mastermind actually only one person?
あ？
俺にはもう分かってんだぞ。ここにいる全員が黒幕と繋がってんだろ。みんなして俺を騙してんだろ。
Okay, well now he just butchered the whole question with this statement. But why would we all be the mastermind out to get you in particular? You're like one of the least important characters in this whole thing.
え？そうなんだろ。
Anyway. Group photo places to check in Headmaster's handbook.
おめえら全員黒幕と繋がってんだろ。証拠もあるし間違いねえべ。
それはこっちのセリフだよ。 あんたたちの方こそ私を騙してるんでしょ。
So everyone just believes that we're out to get them.
奇遇だな。証拠なら俺もあるぞ。俺以外の全員が組んでる証拠がな。
No, we all saw the same exact thing.
3人もいるんだって。
And all three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is the trap Monokuma set. There's absolutely no doubt that this is the trap. Alright. And he set it up so we would suspect each other. And I have something that proves it. Oops, crap.
証拠もあるし。それはあんたたちの方こそその証拠だ。奇遇だな。俺以外の全員が
なんで証拠を持ってんのが3人もいるんだって。
Okay.
それは違うよ。3人だけじゃないよ。その証拠だったら僕も持ってるんだ。苗木っちもか。みんなが言ってる証拠ってこの集合写真のことだよね。
Why did you all look at this and think that all of these people are working against you just because you weren't in it? I didn't get that feeling whatsoever. Yeah, I know yours is different. Everybody's is gonna look away that where you yourself are not in the picture.
だって苗木の持ってる写真には私が写ってるけど、そんなのおかしいよ。だって私が持ってる写真にはほら私だけが写ってないんだよ。
So every single picture is a different picture too. I figured as much. In which case,
花倉君、君も写真を持ってるんだよね。それを見せてくれない？いいけど、丁重に扱えよ。貴重な証拠だからな。
okay, this one too. It's just like I thought. And Taka's pulling the same pose. Shahido's pulling a similar pose. But why is Junko turned around in a couple of these?
見えてきたみたいだよ。この写真。いつも
Sorry.
何もおめえらが来るってだけだろ。だから一緒に写ってたんだろ。
私の写真にはあんただって写ってるんだよ。あんたたちの方こそみんなして私を騙してるんじゃん。
そうなんだ。そうやって争うことこそがこの写真の目的だったんだ。自分以外の全員が組んでいる。僕たちにそう思わせるための黒幕の罠なんだよ。
僕の罠？
Well, maybe not you, but whoever the mastermind is.
罠とは失礼しちゃうな。それってどういう根拠で言ってるのさ。
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the one who has the photo.
これだ。その集合写真には受け取った本人だけが写ってなかったんだ。僕が受け取った写真には僕だけが写ってなかったし。
No, but why is Junko's face not being shown in a single one of these pictures? That is incredibly suspicious. In my picture, Taka's covering her face. In the picture Hina showed, she's turned around. In the picture that Hito showed, she's turned around. Oh, why is her face not being shown? Oh, we will most certainly be finding this out. But not until the next stream of this game. we crossed the 2-hour mark, so... And next week, Makoga's coming back first. He's got to get back to the Age of Imprisonment in Super Mario Odyssey before I come back to this game. But next week, so that means by like Thursday, next Thursday, we potentially end this game. That is a work day, but I gotta finish this game. As I've already started a few minutes of this, so I can afford to spend a few hours finishing it if I start at the same time I did. Especially if I start when I did. So, alright guys, we are almost done with this game. And thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode of this. Because I'm telling you, it's really getting interesting. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night, guys. I am so glad that I learned that you can actually save and exit during Clash Royale, because I used to think that you couldn't. And thank goodness I figured that out. Alright, have a good night. Have a good night, guys. Have a good weekend. And stay safe out there if you're living in the US. Anywhere in the Northeast area, if you're expecting to get a ton of snow. So, stay safe, guys, and have a good weekend.